So it's extremely difficult to get motivated, and this is what you wake up to.
Hey guys, so much like everybody else, we're in the midst of this polar vortex, I guess, and it's pretty crazy. We get some pretty substantial cold temperatures, and it's really hard to get motivated on the farm when you wake up and your thermostat says single digits or negative. Especially when you have a little bit of an injury. My knee is getting much better. It does get a little stiff now and then, but I wanted to take a moment before we walk around and show you the things that we're doing and some of the things that we've updated on the farm today. I wanted to take a moment and talk to you guys about the Rhodes family. Most of you, I'm sure, if you do any of the homesteading, follow the homesteading community, you know who Justin Rhodes is. The man is an amazing teacher. He did the homestead dream that a lot of us are striving for and doing every day. He took his family, he's updated his farm and made it into this thriving homestead. And every step of the way, he's taken the camera and used it as a teaching opportunity for the rest of us. I've learned so many things homesteading and farming and sustainability from Justin Rhodes. Well, if you don't know already, he is about to launch a docu-series about his and his family's adventures and how they got to where they are on the homestead. We'll have a link below to the trailer, as well as a link to where you can sign up to be a part of the premiere. They are premiering the first episode for free till February 14th on Valentine's Day for anyone who's interested. From what I've seen, it looks beautiful. This is a story that needs to be shared. I highly recommend checking out their channel, which I will link below. But this man has a lot to teach, and he teaches it in such an amazing way. I highly recommend checking out his channel. So one of the unfortunate things to happen in this cold snap is my onions. I order onion starts from Dixondale Farms, and I do so because I don't have the time and the space to start onions from seed. I can do it a little bit, but they just need such a long length of time from seed inside to get to a size where you can plant them out into the garden. But I just don't have as good a success with it. I don't have the space. I will eventually, but as of right now, I like to support another farmer. So I order starts from Dixondale. Now, my starts got here yesterday, which unfortunately was a little delayed, but that put us into the middle of this freeze. And what that means is my ground is frozen solid and I can't plant my onion starts. So I wanted to show you what was recommended to me and what I did with the onions so that they will survive until the ground thaws enough to plant them in. So excuse the horrible lighting, I'm up here to show you what I did with my onions. These are onion starts. Tell the difference between sets and starts. Starts are first year plants that were started from seed. These are ready to go into the ground right now. Now the problem is, unfortunately, it is too cold. So I've got these, and what I did per recommendation was I went ahead, broke apart the bundles, and I've laid them out here on top of my grow rack and on this little kitchen rack here so that they can air out and dry out just a little bit so that they don't get moldy. Now, this is not going to hurt them. It will dry them a bit. Once I get them in the ground, they'll perk right back up. You can also see my kale and lettuce plugs are ready to be potted up. Now the lettuce looks a little floppy, and that's because it's getting to the point. Like I said, it's got to come out of these plugs now, which is one of the things we're going to do today. I did hope to get half of the lettuce into the garden and my green stock, but it is frozen solid outside, so they're all going to get transferred up into pots. They won't last much longer in the plugs, so I do have to get them potted out. I'm just going to have more in pots than I intended to. I also have pretty good germination on my beet tray. It's new for me, so I'm not sure if they're doing good or not. They look like they're doing good to me. Peppers are going. I've got a few that have cracked open the seed. I'm going to move them into dirt. And my other plants that I've started, I have a few. There's some eggplants popping up right there. My Tulsi is up. I have some loofah gourds up, and purple basil is up. So, as you can see behind me, we've modified the coop once again. It's something I would plan on doing at the beginning, but this way I can keep the door closed and they can have the greenhouse effect all day long. So on a sunny day like this, with the sun shining, inside that coop is almost 10, sometimes 15 degrees warmer than it is out here. So everybody's doing good. I just brought them out some hot mash, so they're getting a little bit of a warm treat, gobbling that down. I did put some straw down around where the feeder is so that when they're eating, they're not standing in the snow. As you can tell by the tracks, they don't go too far from the coop. They've ventured out a little bit, but they stay pretty close, and they're doing pretty good. We had planned on only putting them back on this side to break the hay down for a week or so, but with this freeze, everything's frozen solid, so I haven't been able to really dig and turn it into the ground. So we're going to keep them here until everything thaws out again. It'll be fine. They won't make too much of a mess because it's not super, super muddy. But they just got a warm treat too, and they're behaving super well. They're pigs. They're not pets. So I had thought about doing a garden cleanup video this week to get ready for spring planting, but as you can see behind me, that's not going to happen for a little bit. It is definitely an interesting reminder on how nature works. You get to the point where the end of January is coming and you go outside without a jacket on and your brain starts thinking it's time to start planting seeds, which it is for some plants. And you think to yourself, summer's almost here, it's almost garden season. And then Mother Nature says, nope. No, it's still winter. It is neat to see though how the animals cope with it. Like the pigs, we got these guys on purpose because of their breed. Even Gigi, and you can see her creeping along behind me, she doesn't think I know she's there. Even Gigi, she comes in at night, but she spends most of the day outside. She's got her little spots, her little doghouse full of straw that she goes into. She's been hunting some of the moles and things that are in the garden, which I believe that's what she's doing right now. She's stalking. The rabbits are all bundled and warm, and everybody's got their winter coats on and coping with this a whole lot better than we are. Well, everybody outside is all tucked up, cozy, watered and fed, and it's far too cold for me. So I've come back inside. I'm gonna get working on my plant starts that we talked about earlier, get some stuff done around the house, get myself a nice cup of hot coffee, probably make some soup for dinner tonight. I'm gonna enjoy getting my fingers in the dirt and thinking about summertime. I hope you guys are all staying warm and cozy wherever you are. Remember, spring is just around the corner, even though we're buried in snow. Have a wonderful day. See you all next time.